Alright, since we went to Night Rose to our partner in crime, Harri, with her crest, so let's begin. But first, here are some promos. We start off with the V promos, which I'm not going to go over. This time, the heal fodder promos for Dark Irregular and Shadow Paladin. And then for D promos, we got Pacifica, along with the Brandgate and Dark State quick start deck promos, just for their respective decks. And into the stuff we actually care about, here's the Harri starter, Happiness Collector, in which we go to the grade 1 with K Power, Moonlight Melody Tamer Betty, which has the same skill as every ride deck grade 1 for the stride deck set, where when you ride it on top of the grade 0 you draw a card and get your stride crest. In which we go to the grade 2 with 10k powered, which has the unique skill Card Dealer Jacqueline, which has the skill of auto when rolled upon by the grade 3 Harri, cost soul blast 1, look at 7 cards to your deck to choose up to 2 normal units that are not sentinel, reveal them, put 1 to hand and the other to soul. And the second skill is auto when placed on rearguard from soul plus 5k. This second skill will happen a bit often considering that you will be calling from soul because it's pale moon, but being able to set up your plays is pretty nice. Although it does cost 1 soul blast, so that might be a bit hurtful in a way because you do want more cards than soul, but it is just as exchange in a way, so it's not too bad either. In which we go to the grade 3 with 11k power like every other stride, Masked Magician Harri. It's a copy and paste of the original. Auto Vanguard, Generation Break 2, when this card attacks Vanguard, choose a card from your soul and call it to rearguard, and this unit gets those 3k. Only thing is, you'll probably not even use this skill at all, because even the crest doesn't let you use this skill. Unless if you can't stride, that's the only time you can use it. But anyway, the second skill is Magia. Auto, when you ride on top of it, you can counterblast 1, soul charge 1, choose a card from your soul and call it to rearguard plus 5k, and at the end of turn, put that unit to soul. And if you're wondering what's Magia, it's basically just the called unit goes back to soul at the end of the turn. It's just not much to say here since it is just a typical +1 for the deck. But I really like that they brought back Magia here because at least it clears up your board before your opponent can kills it. And now to the stride crest itself. Just like every other stride crest, you can only ride your specific grade 3, 13k power base, and also plus 5k for every face-up card in the G zone. With the unique skill of Auto Generation Break 2, at the end of your turn, if 2 or more cards were put to soul at the end phase of the turn, you may draw a card. The condition is easy and gain the extra plus is not too bad, but just do be careful with the soul charging because this is Pale Moon we're talking about and this is also in Dark State, so you can potentially deck out here. But so far, it isn't too nasty. And into some support, we started with Lunging Assistant, which is a grade 1 AK power in the skills. Auto when placed on rearguard from hand, if you have a Harri crest, soul charge 2. Funny enough, this is going to be very helpful because more soul the better, and in a way it might be better than Brainwash Swirler because that one is only soul charge 1 despite the extra 5k power buff. In which we go to QT Paratrooper, which is a grade 1 with K power and has the Magia ability, where auto when placed on rearguard other than during battle, if you have at least a grade 3 Vanguard Harri, cost put another rearguard with different name from this unit to soul, and then choose a card with different name from the card that you put for the cost, and call it to rearguard, and then at the end of turn, put that unit back to soul. Basically, it's a little exchange of rearguards, and sometimes this will be very helpful because 1, it does re-trigger on place, and 2, sometimes you might be forced to call specific cards before you actually get to call the one that you want, like doing a soul charge right after you make your first superior call from soul, and 3, it puts stuff back into soul which can trigger some of your skills. So overall, pretty cool, and luckily it's not locked to the crest, so meaning that you can actually play this in premium. So that's it for the new Harri Encounter Ride Line. What do you guys think of it, along with the crest? I mean, it's just whatever so far. The main stuff is obviously going to be for the strides, but so far what we have, absurdly not too strong yet, but we'll have to see because usually it's the strides that can determine the factor. I am a bit bummed out that we can't use the Generation Break skill though, because so far every stride deck set they've been introducing has a way to use the Generation Break skill. Harri doesn't have a way right now, so I'm a little bummed out about that. But on that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.